In a couple of weeks, we are going to have a house full of company for a couple of weeks. They're kind of coming in two waves. So we've got one group coming in for a week, a day to regroup, and then another bunch. And what I've noticed as I've been thinking about getting ready for this are things that don't normally catch my attention are coming to mind. Like, do we have enough pillows for everybody? How old are those towels in the linen closet? And if I put all of the leaves in the dining room table, do I have a tablecloth big enough? See, when it's just Sam and I here, we do things in a certain way. But when you've got 12 or 13 people, there have to be some changes. I suppose I could just say to our guests, well, that's just the way it is when you're at our house. But I don't know that they would feel very welcome. And that idea of making things welcome is something that's been on my mind because of this study that I've been doing that's challenged me to think about how I may or may not be making certain things welcome. Thoughts. Like, how are thoughts that are old and aren't serving me well still hanging on in my mind? Now, I'll tell you, it can be tricky to welcome new thoughts, especially if they kind of rattle my cage. But I also kind of like it because when I have a new thought that makes me a little uncomfortable, then it forces me to ask myself, why? Why do I think that? Well, why wouldn't I consider something different or new? Here are a couple of thoughts for you. Scarcity is a part of our programming. There's just not enough. Opportunities are literally everywhere. Which of those two thoughts do you most often make welcome in your business, in your relationships, in your life? Here's why I think that matters. Because our thoughts are what drive our behavior. And our behavior sets us on a path in one direction or another. I know that one of the reasons I haven't bought new towels is because I've got a linen closet full of old towels. But honestly, most of them I've had for decades. They're kind of rough. They're not soft and fluffy and absorbent. And sometimes even after I wash them, they don't really smell fresh. Okay, I won't be putting those out for my guests. Old towel thoughts set us in a certain direction. Cleaning those out expands the space in our minds so that we can welcome new thoughts that better serve us. That's my perspective this Friday. I'm Amy Barg, living large, as I'm preparing to welcome and entertain my guests and some more new thoughts. And I'll say more about that next week.